some food and beverages. You know, it is so great to put faces to the names of people that I've sent stuff to and people that I've talked with on the phone. It's so wonderful. You know, we also have many of the team members that I work with. I'm so happy that you guys were able to make it today. One of them is Missy Clement, and she's going to be speaking a little later. And we're also honored to have Barb Kappelman. She's the Clinical Services Regional Manager for Asera-Care, and she's here with us this afternoon. And I'm going to give the microphone to you for a couple of words.
You kind of told me this like 10 minutes ago, so it's probably going to be pretty short and sweet. I'm so glad this is such a big crowd. This happens to be my most favorite event for Asera-Care all year long. I actually live in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. When I first started there as a director just in the office, we had our first butterfly event and 10 people showed up. Well, I think their last one they had about 200. So it's really grown, and I love seeing this crowd here, and I find it so enriching and fulfilling, and I know there's a great team, so I'm glad I can share it with you.
Thank you, Barb. We're so happy to have you here today. And thank you for speaking on such short notice. I really do appreciate it. You know, today we are all coming together to honor those we have loved and lost and reach out towards hope that one day we will meet again. As we take time to remember our loved ones, may we do so with eternal gratitude that they live, and that we were chosen to be blessed with their lives, as well as their eternal love. The butterflies that we let off today symbolize all of these things. Now, it is said, a butterfly lights beside us like a sunbeam, and for a brief moment, its glory and beauty belong to our world. But then it flies on again, and though we wish it could have stayed, we feel so lucky to have seen it. You know, every day we cross paths with people who have an impact on us, and others, whether we realize it or not. We are all affected differently, and it can take time and other experiences for us to recognize that impact. I've been here with Asera-Care for over 7 years now, and I have standing with me Missy Clement. She's our social worker, and she's been with Asera-Care 6 years, and she would like to share with you a reflection that she wrote.
And I'd like to kind of share a little bit because this isn't a job that I expected that I would ever have. And it has had a major impact on me and a lot of other people. And I'd like to kind of read something that I wrote on June 3rd of this year. The question, where do you work? What do you do? Sometimes it makes a conversation interesting. Inevitably, when I proudly say hospice, I hear the usual responses. Wow, how do you do that? I couldn't do that. Thank God for people like you. Yes, I was once one of those people who couldn't imagine doing it and changed the subject quickly if I was lucky. Fast forward 6 years. I am blessed and privileged to be with people in their final days, weeks, and months. Notice I didn't say dying. They are very much alive, living each day, one at a time, just like the rest of us, maybe with a higher appreciation for each breath, each day, each hello, and clinging on to each memory. I have learned a lot in these last 6 years, and if I didn't, it would be my loss and a loss for others. I occasionally get a comment such as, you probably get something out of what you do, kind of a reward or good feeling. My response has evolved on that one over time. I used to say that it is all in how I look at it. Some days are tougher than others, I won't kid you. It was a vague but true response, just not a complete one. I changed it over a year ago, adding that it is a privilege to journey with people during this time in their lives. A whirlwind of emotions, questions, and a change in focus on what is important. The Serenity Prayer is now a guide I wear as a ring on my finger to keep things in perspective. And yes, back to my newest revelation, gained over the last few months and more. Sometimes there are no words to describe the feelings that are there. What I do know is that yes, I get something out of what I do. Yes, a lot. It would be very tragic if I didn't. I would have missed what life is about and failed to pass on the priceless gifts of those living their life knowing that time is precious. Recently, I was reminded of how strong the desire to live was for some people on hospice, not for themselves, but for their families. The sadness, desire to live, determination, enjoyment of simple pleasures, smiles, hope, and hearts of gold would bring tears to anyone's eyes that were around them. Their love for life and family, worrying about those around them more than themselves, painted the most beautiful picture in the toughest of times. So yes, these are gifts that are given to me, but they are not mine to keep. They are meant to be shared with others, for they are life's most precious gifts and lessons. It is my privilege to share that hope and passion for life that has touched my heart and others. So take time to love, live, have faith, and never lose hope. Smile even when it hurts. Laugh at yourself. Never pass by the chance to say hello or I love you. Put off what is not important and get busy living. Watch a sunrise and sunset. Enjoy the innocence of children and never lose your inner child. Give yourself a break. Beauty does truly come from within. Do something for someone who could never repay you and expect nothing in return. Be real and be honest with yourself. You are never too old to learn. Life isn't always fair, and good things don't always happen to good people. Make sure to watch The Wizard of Oz and The Sound of Music. You are never too old to color, watch cartoons, or have stuffed animals. Memories are our timeless treasures, the riches of life, not what's in a bank account. Never lose faith or the desire to live, for each day truly is a gift. And yes, it really is all in how you look at things. I know there are many things that can be added to that list, but these are some of those really important gifts that I truly feel have been given to me, and it has taken time to realize what life is about and what I don't consider my job. I just consider it the privilege to be part of everybody's life. So thank you for letting me share that with you.
Judy Geilenkirchen. Austin Gothier. Delilah Gothier. Eldon Hart. Jim Hageman. Connie Hillpiper. Kervin Edward Hillpiper. Kervin Martin Hillpiper. Roland Hornback. Rose Hornback. Eldon Parada. Genevieve Jensen. Anita Johnson. Laverne G. Johnson. Karen Kander. Carol Keating. Helena Koch. Barb Kudron. Ed Kudron. Michael Kudron. Wilfred Taylor. Mona Lavelle. Marlon Lowe. Kim McCutcheon. Della Martin. Emily McCarville. Ruben Meinke. Ken Meggie. Dion Muse. Valerie Otto. Virginia Perry. Mary Ann Penne. Gail Peterson. Scott Priester, John Prusha, Randy Prusha, Mildred Renery, Gladys Rhodey, Virginia Rutledge, Betty Shellpepper, Claire Cy Schultz, Lavonda Schultz, Milo Snyder, Dale Stanley, Donald Don Swallow, Mary Ann Tickle, Marion Temple, Donald Bill Beeson, Gary Thompson, Beth Vogel Baker, Robert Bob Wolf, Eugene Zoff, Elsie Zimmer, Laverne Zimmer,